Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. If you're new, hello, my name is Layla. Thank you for clicking on the video. Hope you love it, enjoy it, subscribe, and turn on that bell. Also follow me on Instagram at just1sb. So to all my OGs, hey ladies, I had a couple subbies ask me about my big chop. So if you're not new here or you've been on my Instagram page or been on, watching other videos, you'll notice that I had pretty long hair. I was pretty much born with it. I've had it my whole life. I am mixed. My mom is black and white and my father is completely Puerto Rican. Unfortunately, I don't speak Spanish. That father was not in my life, more like a sperm donor, if you get my drift. I did try to learn it in high school. I don't know, I think it was just too late in the game for me. I just could not pick it up. I couldn't focus, and I'll be honest, I've never tried again. So I probably should, maybe one day I will, but thus far I just haven't. But anywho, I say all that to say my hair is a mixture of crap. And it has its own personality. It is mean some days. It does not do what I want it to do most times. And it's very picky. Like the products you would think you could use on my hair laughs at it and says, sorry, try again. So anyway, I wanted to do this video to go ahead and, respond to subbies that were interested in seeing this video, as well as put another video out there for women who do have longer hair or medium hair or whatever, and you're thinking about doing a big chop. I didn't even know what the term big chop meant until I started, kind of watching videos and looking at photos and all that fun stuff to figure out what I was going to do. I had been thinking about cutting my hair for quite some time. I've cut it a few times in the past, but never like all of it off. Like I've cut the front short, left the back long. I've done like a little inverted bob. I've done like a traditional bob, but just literally cutting it like as short as it is. I've never done that. But I was just really kind of bored with my hair. I've had it my whole life, most days. I don't really feel like doing anything with it, or if I do, it barely lasts an hour. It pisses me off, and I end up tossing it in a ponytail anyway. So I big chopped because I wanted to be able to wear my hair out and girly and cute and curly and not have to worry about some of the stuff I have to worry about with the length. When you have the length, at least for me, you have to use a lot more product, especially in certain areas that are more prone to frizz or acting out or whatever, and it was just a whole mess. So I of course big chopped because I wanted something different and because I wanted something short and easy breezy. I'll be honest, when I first started looking at photos and first started thinking about cutting it, I didn't really imagine wearing it curly, or what I call the wet and go, as often as I've been wearing it. I normally kind of bounce back and forth between my wet and go with my blow dry it and flat iron, and wear it for 2 weeks, wrap it every night to make sure it stays straight as long as it can, and then of course repeat wearing it curly for a couple days or a week or so, and then going back and forth. I kind of did like a full circle between flat iron and wet and go. So when I first got ready to cut my hair, I was looking at photos, looking at pictures and people's stories and stuff, and videos and everything, and I planned on purchasing the smaller flat iron to flat iron my hair and wear it short, and I thought that it may last a little longer and look nice on me just like it did on other people in the pictures. I never even got a chance to experiment with that because as soon as I cut it, I was head over heels in love with the wet and go. Of course, I started buying different products and trying different products and doing that myself, wet and go, and I very quickly learned that my hair changed its mind on which hair product it liked. What I used to use for my system while it was long, it did not work very well while it's short. It became flaky, it became hard. Some days it was dry and looked like I didn't put anything in it. It was crazy how products I've been using for years, for both ways, the flat iron as well as the wet and go, like down to the shampoo, it just was not happening. So it's crazy. But I want to go ahead and tell you guys what products I was using then and what products I'm using now, just in case that's a factor for you, especially if you have similar heritage or similar hair type, and you wanted to know, what would be best. So I used to use Finesse shampoo and conditioner growing up, like as a teenager. As I became an adult and started buying kind of my own stuff, I started using Pantene Pro V, the actual white bottles, and I realized That's not normally geared for our hair type, but it worked for me. I tried the brown bottles that were designed for our hair type, and my hair was not happy. It was not having it. It was not moisturized. It was breaking off. I had split ends all the time. It's amazing how you literally have to play with products until you figure out what works for you. So the brown bottles didn't work for me. I purchased the white bottles. They were working well. Prior to going to nursing school, I couponed quite a bit. The extreme couponing that you see in some of the older videos, which the companies have cracked down. You can't really do it that way anymore, but I had enough shampoo and conditioner to last me till probably, I don't even know, y'all, till I'm like 50 years old. Like, it was ridiculous. My daughter has a different hair type, you know, with receiving half of her, you know, genes from her dad. So she hasn't been able to use it. So I've been the only one that's able to use the white bottle, the Pantene Pro V. So it's taken me some time to go through all of it. So I recently had to donate those bottles, with, you know, some of my other clothing and shoe donations that I do, because I had way more than I was going to be able to use, number one. But number two, since I big chopped, that shampoo was not working anymore. My scalp was extremely dry, it was extremely itchy, and it was just not a happy camper. So the texture of my hair still felt nice and soft. It was more of a scalp thing. And then the products, like what I'm using after I towel dry it, plus like the shampoo and conditioner I use, they weren't meshing well together. I was having, like I said, flakiness, and not just on the scalp, but like the hair itself. I was having flakiness, and it wasn't meshing well. Like, to go day to day to add more product and to, you know, respice it up for that next day, I didn't like it. So I donated all the extra Pantene Pro V I have, and then of course I tried, you know, a couple of different gels, a couple of different like cream leave-in conditioners, a couple of different like cream, you know, conditioners, you know, for wet and go, things like that. I kind of played with a whole bunch of products for like the first 2 weeks when I cut my hair in June, to see what worked for me. So I was gonna, you know, go ahead and show you guys what I am using and what is working. And this is actually a brand that we bought for my daughter probably about a year ago, and it's been working very well for her. So of course I tried hers, and then once I liked how, you know, it was affecting my hair, went ahead and purchased my own. So this is the Carol's Daughter line. If you have never seen it, this is the one that we use, the cocoa cream. So I do have the shampoo and conditioner. I also use this on my son's hair when I wash it like once every other week, just because he has I don't know, probably like 3-4 inches of hair on top, and then of course the fade on the side. I don't know what that's called. Sorry, I don't take him to the barber shop. I don't know the fancy terms, but I do wash, you know, the good bit of his hair and condition it just to make sure it stays moisturized. And then my daughter's using this as well. So this one is amazing. It's for our hair type. It's great. It's so moisturizing. I'm big on smell. If you're new here, you didn't know that, I am huge on smell. So it smells amazing. It feels great, and I don't have issues with my scalp just like flaking or being dry or just like itching beyond measure. Now I have noticed, and it's not the product, because I've been through a bunch and I've realized that's just what it is. Since I cut my hair, I realized that right after the cut, like I've already gotten it recut again, like because it was growing. I realized right after the cut that my scalp is like, oh Lord, grow. And so it's like super itchy the first 5 to 7 days. So it's been a little itchy the last couple days because I did recently get it cut. But outside of that, this shampoo and conditioner, try it. Regular spray bottle, just something I picked up. This one is specifically from Walmart. You can get these anywhere, but it's just a spray bottle so that I can re-wet it every morning. So every morning I re-wet it a little bit, and then I kind of towel dry my hands, and then I start applying some of the product. So the products that I have been using, we'll start with this one. This one I have been using for years and years. This is what I've been using on my edges, with a toothbrush or with an edge brush, just to kind of brush my edges. Sometimes even when I was flat ironed and it was kind of on the tail end of it, you know, where you almost need to re-flat iron it, I would use this on my edges. And then of course anytime I was wet and go, I would use this on my edges. So this is still Bay. This still works well, but I do notice that sometimes kind of like the day where I realize I need to go ahead and wash my hair again, it seems like this doesn't hold the edges or the little kind of like sideburn that I pull out here. It doesn't hold it very well. So I may not purchase another one of these, just because I've been using it for years, but now I, you know, have different length hair. So I needed to work all day, not just quit when it thinks it needs to be washed. So now I'm using this one. This is the one I've been using a lot of lately. These come in different levels, different colors. I got mine from Walmart, but of course you can get it from drugstore, Target, anywhere. But this is just an eco styling hair gel. I like this one because it does hold the edges all day without the flaking. I know everyone's hair type is different, your facial products are different, your skincare line is different, and I noticed with different gels that I've used in the past that sometimes you will notice some flaking, especially on the edges. So you kind of just have to play with products until you figure out what works for you. But this one is working very well with my short haircut. I am easily able to put this on the sideburns as well as the edges. And I have this edge brush that I'm currently using that I got from the beauty supply store. It is not spick and span clean. I used it this morning. However, this is Bay, and it does have the tip here if I want to use it like to part or whatever. So this one's got a comb on one side, a brush on one side. I usually use the comb to like create the part if I'm going to do a part, and then of course use this for the edges. So this is bomb. My Air Force bestie Kendra introduced me to the toothbrush in 1999 when we met in the Air Force dorms, and then I picked these up. Maybe I'm probably late to the game with these because I was so in love with my toothbrush. I'm like, what do I need another item for? But the bristles on these are stiffer, and I do like that. Of course, got this one from Marshall's, I think, but I've had previous ones from TJ Maxx, Ross, beauty supply store, wherever. But I've probably been using this about 5 or 6 years maybe. I haven't been using these very, very long. So yeah, so this gel is the one that I'm currently using on my edges. And then actually let me show this one first because I was using this one the longest. This one's like almost gone. You can barely see the label because I've been using it so much. But this Carol's Daughter Enhancing Butter Cocoa Cream, this is Bay. This stuff is amazing. I can put this in my hair every morning with no problem, no flake, no issues. Once I spray it with the water and then I add this, it makes the curls just coily and soft and pop, and they got that little sheen to it. This is Bay. I absolutely love this. So I went to Walmart to pick up the new bottle of shampoo and conditioner, and while I was there, I actually bumped into this. Now this has probably been on the shelf for some time and I just didn't know. But I recently picked this one up, and so I've only been using this one literally like 2 or 3 days, and so far this one is amazing. This one's texture, of course, is different. This one is more like a cream, and it's kind of thick, but it's very easy to apply. And this one is kind of runny, kind of like a conditioner. So my daughter's not a big fan of this texture, but I actually like it. I think they work well, honestly. Like I could use either one day to day and it's going to work. So I may continue to do that, or may just decide which one is, you know, my fave and use that one. But this curl shaping cream gel from same line, Carol's Daughter Cocoa Cream Intense Moisture, this one is definitely a very good product to put on, especially if you're going to do the wet and go. Now I can't help anyone with the straightening process or the flat ironing process. I watched a lot of videos and I saw that they were using like I don't remember the brand, but it was like a special mousse that they put on, and they would like, you know, lay their hair flat and then sit under a dryer or let it air dry, and then after that they would use their flat iron, and then they would purchase a flat iron called a pencil flat iron, which is one that I intended on purchasing, and then they'll, you know, do a little bit of curls or, you know, flat iron the shorter pieces of hair. So I'm sure that process works. It definitely looks like it works in the videos. I saw lots of ladies doing it. Their hair looked amazing and they were doing it at home. They didn't have to go to the salon. And one day when I feel like straightening mine, I'll definitely try that. But I've absolutely been embracing my curls, embracing my natural texture pattern. I've always had the hair type where if it was raining outside and my hair was, you know, the wet and go, it actually started to look better versus getting out of hand. So I've always been able to do the wet and go, but of course it's a little different now because it's shorter, but I am embracing the curls and the style and absolutely loving it. Like I'm not even missing my hair at all. I remember times where I'd be sitting in the car and I'd go to, you know, look or turn my head, and my hair was so long it'd be between the seat and my back, and it would pull, and it wasn't like I did it fast and in a jerking manner, and it really hurt, but it did pull. It was uncomfortable. There's been times just, you know, even in the bed at night, if I didn't wrap my hair or whatever, you know, my husband has put his arm on my hair or, you know, rolled over on my hair, and I'm like stuck and can't move. I'm sure if y'all get a visual, that's hilarious, and it truly is. He always, you know, laughed but said sorry. there's been times that, you know, I'm putting on a shoulder bag with a shoulder strap, and I've put it on my own hair while talking and not thinking about it and not paying attention, or I have to physically move my hair to put the bag on. And these aren't super annoying things. I'm not trying to sound like a brat who's ungrateful. I'm very grateful of the hair type that I have, very grateful of the length that I was naturally born with. But when you have it for a long time, just like anything else in life, you know, sometimes you just get bored. Sometimes you just want something different. Sometimes those little pet peeves just kind of work your nerves and you just want to, you know what I'm saying, switch it up. So that's all Assist did. I switched it up. I definitely big chop. I don't have any plans to let it grow out right now. I know at minimum I want to wear it for a year. I already know that for a fact. Hubby and family members and friends and everybody are super supportive. They were shocked because, of course, I didn't tell anybody. I'd been thinking about it for about a month before I actually did it. And then while we were on vacation, I did go ahead and do it. I don't have a personal hairdresser, so I didn't need to like go to a certain person or, you know, have like a trust relationship with someone. I've been doing my hair at home for years. The last time I got my hair done was probably like a year or so prior to that. Maybe even a little bit more with COVID. I'd gone to like a Dominican hair salon and let them like trim the ends and do a deep conditioning and flat iron it for me. So I didn't necessarily like have a one-on-one relationship with anybody where I felt that I need to go to a certain person to have it cut. So I did just go to Great Clips while we were in Pennsylvania and just let somebody cut it. Especially since I knew I was cutting it all off. Like there was really no apprehension or anxiety like, ooh, you know, what if they cut it wrong, or what if they cut too much? And that's always my fear, even with getting my ends trimmed, is what if they cut too much? But because I was doing a big chop, I was like, I'm just cut it. And part of that pushing factor was us when we left for the actual family vacation. I don't know, my hair just had one of its little temper tantrums inside the airport. We're not even outside in humidity, we're inside the airport. And just from the front door to us going through everything from checking our bag, going through TSA, getting to the gate, me going to the bathroom, all that stuff, just from that whole process to us finally getting, you know, basically to our seats. I get in the bathroom and, you know, after I use it, I'm washing my hands and I look in the mirror and y'all, I look like freaking Simba off Lion King. My hair was beautifully straight, flat ironed, gorgeous, perfect for the first day or so of vacation. And then of course we were going to go swimming and I was going to wet and go. But I looked in that mirror in the bathroom and it was out here. I'm talking about just humidity, like frizz. It was out of control. I was embarrassed. I was pissed off. I'm gonna be honest. I was pissed. And I said, you know what? That's it. I've had it. You've done your time. I'm about to turn 40 in a couple weeks because this was before my birthday. I'm done. Like you're getting cut as soon as I find somewhere open and can show them a picture and they can cut you. Like you're gone. So that's exactly what I did. Like 1 or 2 days into the trip, I found somewhere. I got up that morning and I went ahead and got it done. Hubby knew I was going, but nobody else knew. So of course, like when I told my mom and told my sister and stuff, my mom, she was like in shock, not super happy, but she got over herself. But everybody else was super excited and did like it. And of course have, you know, grown to really, really love it on me. But anyway, that's why I chopped my hair. These are the products that are currently working for me. My advice to anyone who's interested in doing it is you need to, I mean, most people are going to say do your research. And yeah, you should, you know, watch some videos, you know, play with some products, do all that stuff we normally do. But you need to know your hair type. You need to know your hair type. You need to know what you like as far as what you've been able to obtain with your hair type and how you want it to look once you big chop it. If you cut your hair off, is your hair going to respond the way that you want it to? Are you going to be able to wear it, you know, framing your face or out of your face or off your shoulder, whatever hairstyle or haircut you're thinking about? It doesn't have to be this huge big chop that I did. It could be, you know, other haircuts. Whatever you're thinking about doing, I really want you to sit down and know your hair type. Know your hair type, know your personality, know your lifestyle. Like, how do you normally do your hair? How long does it take? What products are you using? You know, do you enjoy the way things go so far? Like, definitely look at all those factors for you personally, not me, not Layla, not somebody else's video you're watching, not somebody else's hair type you're looking at or hair color or whatever. Look at you, what you've done, what you like, what's working, what's not working, and go from there. That's what I did. I looked at videos and photos and stuff to see how short did I want to go and how did I want it to look around like my ear and my hairline and my forehead once I cut it. That's what I did. But in the beginning, going into all of that, I knew my hair type. I knew I could wet and go and never have to straighten it. I knew if I wanted to straighten it, I could buy the smaller flat iron and products and be able to do that. I'll be honest, what I didn't know was that my hair was going to wig out and say, no sis, that shampoo don't work for me no more. Oh, your little leave-in conditioner trick you do? Yeah, we don't like that either. I didn't know I was going to do that. I will be honest to say I did not know I was going to have to use new products. But it's okay. Like I said, I've been using the others for years. You know, most of the products cost around about the same. Carol's Daughter is a little pricier than what I'm used to spending, but I don't have a problem spending on it because I do like the result. I do like the smell, the texture, the look. I do enjoy all that. So just do you, sis. Do you, evaluate your hair, evaluate your lifestyle, your thoughts. Definitely get family members and friends or your spouse or whatever, get their input, but don't make your decision based on them. Even if, you know, my mom she would have told me anyway, don't get your hair. It's your damn head. You got to get up in the morning and do that for work. You got to wash that when it's time. You got to condition it and trim ends, and it's your hair. Is mommy still at the house doing your hair? No, you're not 10. So take her advice, understand it. Same thing with your spouse. Take their advice, understand it. With your spouse, it's a little bit more intricate than it is with your mom. You might need to talk a little bit further with your spouse about their thoughts, feelings, and advice versus you cutting your hair versus what you want, just because that is a person who is with you all the time. You know, they sleep with you, late night pillow talk. They're a little bit more involved usually than your parent is, so you definitely want to kind of bounce things and feelings and compromise with that person. But at the end of the day, make sure your spouse knows that they're not doing your hair. They're not walking around with your head on their shoulders. They're not you. They need to understand that you are you are individual, and you need to be free to wear and look how you want and you feel. Now, after you do it and they love it, awesome. They hate it, they wig out, the relationship changes. That person might not have been a ride or die for you to begin with if your hair was the reason why they were with you. You know what I'm saying? So definitely talk to them, bounce your feelings, bounce your ideas, compromise as much as possible. But at the end of the day, that is your damn hair, that is your damn head, and I'm gonna need you to do what you damn well want to, okay? So I hope this video was super helpful. I tried to cover as much information and details as I could, answer as many questions as I think you might ask, just so that you don't have to ask them, you don't have to, you know, feel uncomfortable asking or wonder if you should ask, but you are more than welcome to ask, even if I've said something and you want me to elaborate or you want me to repeat, or even if you just want me to be one of those people that you advise before you big chop. If you want to go back and forth and bounce ideas and products and all that fun stuff off my chest, absolutely, sis, I am here. That's part of the reason why I started this YouTube channel. I want to be able to help you guys live your lives the way you want to and not the way everybody else thinks you should or would, or no, you do you, boo. So definitely holler at me down in the comments. If you comfortable, go on and say what you got to say, ask what you got to ask down below. Another sister might need the same help or have the same question, or if you want to have a private convo, like I say all the time, just DM me on Instagram. I will be happy to respond and go back and forth and definitely, you know, provide the information, the answers, the conversation that you're looking for. So don't feel like you're alone. Don't feel like you can't talk to me. Don't feel like I'm just another YouTuber out here just filming stuff just to be filming stuff. Nah, sis, we girlfriends. We girlfriends. So go on, holler at me. Let's talk about it. Holler at your family, holler at your friends, talk to yourself, get your journal out, write your pros, write your cons. I did that. Got my notebook, write my pros, write my cons of cutting my hair. Like I said, I was thinking about it for a month before I did it, and of course I planned originally, you know, to kind of plan when I go, maybe take somebody with me, you know, film it, all that fun stuff. But that airport just pushed me over the edge. I was just too through, cut it off. I don't want to see it no more. I've had it forever. So I'm gonna try and find a couple of pictures, like recent pictures of me, you know, wearing my hair wet and go, of me wearing my hair long. I'm also going to try to find a couple of younger pictures of myself and see if I can kind of toss them in. I'm not super great at the whole editing thing, but I'm going to try to figure out how to toss those in, try to pop them on the screen if I can. Definitely try to, you know, put them towards the end of the video, whatever I need to do. I'm going to try to put in there so that you guys can see, of course, you know, my hair before, and then of course my hair after, especially if you're new here, or even, you know, like I said, my subscribers, if you know, want to see the difference, the progress, and definitely see, you know, what I was working with versus what I have now. I'm going to try to provide that added in the video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It wasn't too chatty or annoying. Hopefully it was super helpful. That was definitely the aim for the video. And the subbies that have been asking for the video as far as the big chop and how everything came about and why we are where we are, I hope this was exactly what you were looking for, what you needed, what you wanted. And if not, like I said, go ahead and ask your questions down below, make your comments, hit me on Instagram if you want private convo, all of the above. So I will see all you gorgeous ladies in the next video. And remember, do you, not them. Bye.